All right, first card up, we have a DJ Moore. Let's hope for that 10. Okay, first thing, I'm looking at the centering. On these 2018s, I always look to this gap here compared to that gap. So it's a little bit high on this side, the top side, and a little too much there. So, and then you see that kind of film residue all throughout. We could try the microfiber a little bit on it, but I think it needs a good scrub. You know, it's gonna need a wet one and then a dry one. I'm looking at the auto too, just getting a gauge for the. Man, it looks it's so close to being full. If not, I think it is full. It's crazy when they grade autos, it has to be completely on the sticker to get a 10. Yeah, yours is pretty close. I would give it a 10. I think it is on. So the corners are nice and sharp, edges are good. No weird indents or anything. I'm just itching to remove all that film. The back, that corner is usually what gets people in the prism, the darker side edge. But it's not bad. It's not bad at all. You have one little edge nick right over here. It's nothing major. There we go. Kind of see it. Corners are nice. Top corners are nice. I'm looking for any weird fingernail mark to the surface or anything like that. And the edges are pretty clean. I think this is a solid 9 copy. Just because of the surface and centering a little bit, but yeah, I'm not missing anything. Almost numbered to the jersey. A slight surface scratch right here, but I can't fully inspect the surface until all that residues kind of go on the film. But it looks like a solid 9 card to me. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. All right, we have a cool looking Montana. It's got to be low numbered. I haven't seen this card yet. All right. Just see a little bit of debris. The centering's there, left to right, top to bottom. It looks good. Corners are nice and sharp. Edges are clean. Looking for dimples or anything to the surface. I see just a very slight roller mark right there on this kind of forearm, but nothing major to keep it from a 10 so far. Edges are clean. Yeah, I like this card a lot. Let's hope the back's nice. Okay, so I'm seeing dimples, kind of numerous dimples, which worries me a little bit. The main dimples are right here. I think it's enough to bring you to a 9, unfortunately. SGC might keep you at a 9.5. But the corners are nice and sharp. The corners are there. And the edges, you see one little ding kind of mark right there. But not too bad. A little bit of debris. And you got one more dimple kind of right here near his mouth. And maybe one more dimple right there. So all those kind of add up down to a 9. Yeah, it is low numbered at 17. Nothing major though. It's a nice copy. But I think it's kind of at a 9 because of these dimples. These are the major ones. Okay, I'm comfortable giving it a 9. I think SGC will be a 9.5. All right, next up we have a really cool looking Randy Moss Never Compromise refractor version. Oh, this is clean, especially for an older card. It looks so fresh. So impressed. Little debris. Wow. Oh, I really hope the back looks good. I'm not seeing much. I see a few slight surface scratches around the 4, but yeah, it's nothing major. The overall eye appeal is so nice. The centering's there. Look at that. That gap and that gap. It's perfect. Your perfect centering. On the back, yes. The back's nice. I'll definitely grade this card. I'm not seeing anything weird with the surface. The corners look nice. A slight uplifting to a few of these corners, but that's normal for this card. This back centering's there. I love this card. Everything about it. Making sure I didn't miss anything onto the edges or anything. Yeah, the corner still looks good for sure. Yeah, I'm not seeing much at all. Let's see if maybe those scratches come off. No. That's the only flaw right there. But not coming off with the microfiber. That is okay, because it's still, that's the only flaw. And I think it's still a 10 then, even with PSA. So grade this card. All right, next up we got a T-Law. These T-Laws are always off-centered or little dimples. It's very condition sensitive, surprisingly. So I'm looking at, I just want to get this smudge. You see it right away. Smudge doesn't come off with the microfiber. I might have to get a little wet to it, but the centering's a little off too, top to bottom. You can see thinner on the top than the bottom. Left right centering's pretty nice. Corners are there. Corners are nice and sharp. No dimples or anything like that. I'm just concerned about the centering and that little blotch right there. Okay, let's flip over. Ooh, I told you those weird big dimples. See that? Massive. Unfortunately, in combination with the other two, you're already down to an 8. And you have one edge nick right here. But other than that, the corners look pretty good. Yeah. And there's nothing, no other surface problem. Maybe a little indent right there. See it? So unfortunately, I think you're to an 8. Yeah. I think in SGC you'll probably be an 8.5. That's my guess. It's a little smudge I got off. But other than that, yeah, that dimple is just, that's like a crater. Yeah, I think you're looking at an 8 for this one. Make sure I didn't miss anything, but yeah, okay. Right, we got a Will Levis. I always like these in my house inserts. Okay, let's get this 10. I'm looking at the centering. I actually like the centering a lot. Left to right's nice. Top to bottom's nice too. It's near perfect centering. Just a little bit debris. Top right came off. And a little bit edge extra there. Come on. Come off. Got it. Okay. Ooh, surface is there. I like it a lot. These lines actually aren't scratches, if you see them right here. I hope the grader realizes that it's from the design. The front, no weird dimples. Edges are nice. Corners are good. Let's flip. I like the white back, which is going to be easy to grade here. Ooh, very nice. A little bit of roller lines through here, but on the back it doesn't hurt. Kind of the printer lines. I like this card as a 10. I'm pretty confident in it. Yeah. Making sure I didn't miss any weird dimples or anything. Back centering's nice. Corners are good. Edges are nice. A little bit of a slight indent right here, but overall eye appeal will outdo that one. This card is perfect. I like it. I like it as a 10. All right, fun card. I love your choice of cards. This is a fun grade for me. All right, we got a Grant Hill. I'm looking at the centering right away. You can see it's thicker on the top. So top to bottom it is off. So that automatically brings you to a 9. Even through... Yeah, it's tricky. Left to right centering is nice. Corners are there. I'm trying to look through the coating. It is kind of some greening. You can see the tinting a little bit to it. It's almost like yellow instead of the greening. But that'll automatically bring you to an 8 anyway. So this is a card. I always tell people, if it looks like it's going to get a gem mint 10 and it has the coating on it, take off the coating so you can get that gem. But in this case, I would keep the coating on because it's just going to get an 8 anyway. So if you were to grade it, just keep the coating on. Yeah, got a little bit of film on the back. You might just want to wipe it a little bit. Yeah, whole thing needs wiped down. But still, you're still at an 8, so I don't think any of that matters too much. Back corners are nice. A minor dimple right over here, but nothing major. Edges, everything clean, no weird marks. Yeah, I like this card, just has a solid 8. I will double check. I like comparing, so I'll look to see these for sale on eBay. Just make sure that's not the original coloring, you know. Maybe they all look like that, but you know, I don't know. I'm gonna take a closer look because it's not that typical green color. It's kind of yellow. But other than that, I think I'm confident in 8. But you'll see in the final grade. Okay, beautiful card. All right, I always like this rayon. Unfortunately, I'm very familiar with this card, and I already see it's way off center. Top to bottom, look how thin it is. You're looking at this compared to that. And then you have just a smudge all through there. No refractor line, which is amazing. Maybe yeah, it is. It's a very slight one through here. I wanna clean all your cards, but the cleaning entails maybe like a damp microfiber, which I'm not gonna apply that to people's cards, unfortunately. But if I can get off a little bit with just the dry microfiber, I will. But the main issue is the centering, so the surface isn't gonna matter too much. Corners are there, and the die cut edges are nice. A little surface mark right here. But yeah, that centering is just hard to overlook that one. In the back, you got edge wear, pretty significant right here. What I would do with this is try to lift it back up. Yeah, see? Made it a lot better. So I just gently do that. That's easy for me to do. Smooth it out. There you go. A lot better there. But no surface indents or anything on the back. Edges and corners are nice. I'm not seeing much. But that centering, yeah, I think it's a 7. That centering alone brings it to a 7. I think it might be like maybe an SGC. SGC kind of knocks centering too, so I think they're probably at like a 7.5. Okay, making sure I didn't miss anything, but all right, we got a cool looking Shack Finest refractor. I'm already seeing greening right away. And a huge print line, refractor line all through here, through the word Masters. Corners are nice and sharp, but unfortunately we're already down to an 8 because of the greening. So like I talked about the last card with the peel, the coating, no need to remove it because this card isn't going to get a 10. The back, oh, the back's a 10. That's too bad about the greening and everything, the refractor line. Not your fault. It's got one little print, almost a fisheye You don't see them very often with Finest right here. But it's not going to bring it down any further. Yeah, the corners, the edges are nice. Yeah, I think we're at an 8. Make sure I didn't miss anything. That is a huge refractor line. Okay. I think I am confident. Ooh, good thing I double checked. That's why I double check everything. Almost missed it. That would have been a big miss. Alright, you see it right here? Ooh, it almost makes an L. You see the L indent crease or whatever that is? That's not from the front. Okay, right here. This is a perfect example of people will grade their cards with PSA and, you know, they won't see this in their submission before the grading, and PSA will give it a 5 and they'll be angry and they won't know why. Well, this is a perfect example. I think this is why. Okay. I think it's closer to a 5 now. I'm sorry to be the bearer of that news, but still a cool card, but maybe sell this one raw. All right, we got Tim Hardaway Atomic Refractor out of 96 best. Okay. So a lot of people miss the centering on these best cards, but yours is very nice. Left to right here and right here. So centering's not the issue with this card. Normal atomic refractor lines, they're not going to dock you for that because that's just part of the atomic design. I see a slight dimple right above the M, and then I see a slight scratch all through here. See that one? That one might knock you to a 9. Right there too, little scratches. A little bit of debris. No, there was nothing. So the corners are sharp, centering's there. I think so far because of that scratch, you might be looking at a 9. I'm kind of at a 9.5 right now. Let's look at the back. So the back has, these cards always have these kind of micro scratches and roller lines and all that stuff. So see that? That's more significant right here. I think that brings you to a 9. A few little edge nicks, but nothing major. Corners are nice and sharp. Centering's there. But yeah, I think it's, the surface is just too deep on these. Look at all of them. I actually still think, as long as the grader knows that, I think you're still at a 9. So it's still a cool card. Make sure I didn't miss anything huge. Did not. Nope. Okay, confident 9 on that one. All right, we're getting into the new football prisms. The Bijan Robinson, nice auto. I mean, nice card, but unfortunately the auto is bad. Gosh, I think it's like an 8 auto. See how it's just missing all that? Again, not your fault, just kind of how he signed. Anyway, let's hope the card is a 10, though. It's still possible. Okay, top to bottom center is nice. Left to right, a little thinner on the left than the right, but not bad. It looks 60-40 maybe. So you're still within Gem 10 range. Corners are nice. Don't see much wrong with this card, which is a good sign. Believe it or not, you're still in a Gem 10 range, but you have the prism peel up, and these ones you can't even fold back because it's just already there. It's just off. Yeah, the prism peel back is killer on the bottom edge. I think it puts you at an 8, a PSA 8. You have another little one right there, another one there, and a little white showing on that corner right there too. And you got a little smudge or debris right here. Came off, that's good. But yeah, I think you're looking at an 8. I think SGC might overlook that a little bit. I think they might give you a 9. because the overall front eye appeal is really nice. And what they do, if you do SGC, what they do is with the auto grade, if it's anything less than a 10, then they won't even assign a grade, which is really nice because it just looks bad with an auto grade of an 8 on there, you know. So they would just have this as a 9 card. But okay, I make sure I didn't miss anything major, but I'm gonna put this at an 8. Okay. Next up, we got a Chase Brown, kind of that disco fast break look. Okay, it's the variation, photo variation too. Top to bottom's there, left to right's there. 50-50 range for this card. I'm looking for any refractor lines or anything. I'm not seeing anything. Corners are there, edges are there. Beautiful card so far. Little excess right here. Got it. The back's there too. Ooh, centering's perfect. Not one weird dimple, thankfully. Back corners are nice. Edges, little debris, but nothing major. I'll get it off. Yeah. Alright. This one's an easy grade. This one is a 10 through and through. Yeah, I didn't miss anything on this. Okay. Alright, we got a Stroud base prism. Centering looks nice from here already. I'm literally looking at that. Yeah, centering top to bottom, perfect. Left to right, perfect. Okay, centering is there. Love it. Just got a little debris. Wipe off. A little bit of smudge right in that one. That one's not coming off, so it might just be a mark. You see it right there to the surface. And then one very minor little tiny dimple. It was right there. Yeah. Okay. But no major surface flaws. Yeah, it was just a smudge I had to get off. Perfect. Came off perfectly. Corners are there, edges are there, and centering. Not missing anything major. I still like this card as a 10, even with that little... That's the only mark that I don't like. But let's look at the back. The back I'm a little more concerned with, definitely. You see this back centering? It's crazy. That's... that might even be 80-20, and you need at least 75-25 on the back. So I think that brings you to a 9, unfortunately. So you really see it here. And then when you flip it, look at it. And then you have one kind of... See if I can pick it up. It goes... Yeah, there it is. It goes, see that right here and through here. Oh, yeah. So, unfortunately, in combination with the back centering, I think it brings you to a 9. It's too bad because that front is so nice. The back corners are good. The back edges are good. And no major indents or anything. But yeah, you were just close. But I think you're at a 9 with this card. Okay. Alright, next up we got an A-Chan. Alright. Look at the centering. Left to right. It is perfect. Top to bottom, maybe 55-45. Thicker on the top than the bottom, but not bad at all. You're still within Gem 10 range. The corners are there. The edges are there. But it's pretty glaring. I'm worried about it. It's right there. Pretty significant one all through here. There. You can see it, the lighting. Boom. All the way through. And it's a big one, unfortunately. That brings you to a 9 automatically. Other than that, the surface is okay. A few light scratches here and there, right there, but nothing bigger than the other one. A few light scratches up top here. So far it's just a solid mint 9 card. Let's flip over, see what we're working with on the back. Back centering's nice and solid. Top to bottom, good. Corners, slight touch of white on that corner, but not bad. Although the corners look pretty good. No surface indents or anything weird. You got one little factory line down through here. Edges are okay. Nothing major. No weird indents. Just little debris. But yeah, I just think this is a solid 9 card. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty confident in that. All right, we got a Luke Musgrave. You know I'm a fan of his because he went to Oregon State. Centering's nice. Close. It's near 50-50. It's beautiful. If anything, slightly thicker on the top than the bottom, but not much. No surface scratches. No weird dimples. Corners are nice and sharp. Edges are clean. A little bit of debris right here. Wipe right off. Let's flip over and see what we got. It is numbered at 99. Little debris near the word tight end. Came off. Corners, your edges are there. Maybe slight touch of white on the top left, but not much. Nothing major. Centering's off a little left to right, thinner on the left, but definitely within the back range for a Gem 10. All right, I'm not missing anything. I think this is a 10. Yeah, I'm not missing anything. It looks good. Nice card. Yuck. All right, next up we have a Michael Wilson Prism Auto. I'm looking at the auto first for the auto grade. Looks good. Looks like a clean 10. Okay, centering. Left, a little thinner on the left than the right, and a little thicker on the top than the bottom, but it honestly looks maybe 60-40 left to right, 55-45 top to bottom, so you're within the Gem 10 range. Corners are there. Edges are nice and sharp. A little bit of debris. Not debris, just a little mark on the card. You see it right there. It's very minor. Still within the Gem 10 range. Let's flip it. Oh, see the corners on that? Look at that. Like uplifting like crazy. Just a major bend to them. Top 2 corners. Look at that bend too. The card was looking pretty good too. You got a little indent right here. Corners are nice and sharp on the bottom. Sorry. Well, it does have a touch of white there. So, just those top corners are just killer. It's almost down to a PSA 7. I think I'm going to put you at 7.5 with those corners. A little bit of debris. It's just too much. Yeah, I'm not sure why. The newer card. But yeah, the front was nice. You also have a huge fisheye. Wow, look at that. You really don't see a lot of them on Prism, so yeah, that just goes along with the card. Doesn't bring you down any further. The corners already got you, but yeah, it's looking like a 7.5 to me. All right, we got a Tank Bigsby auto. Let's hope for no weird corner bends. Okay, so the Bigsby centering, left to right, perfect. Top to bottom, perfect. Love the centering on the Bigsby. That came off good. The auto is a 10. Nice and bold. Edges are clean. Corners are sharp. I'm not even seeing much surface scratches. I see one, like, faint one through the Y, but nothing major. So it's looking like a 10 so far. Let's flip it over. Good. No weird corner bends on this one. Hopefully that's just debris. See that mark right there? Looks like maybe just a hair or something. Yeah, it came right off. Okay. Touch of white on the top right corner, but still not bad. The bottom two corners look good. A little off center left or right, thinner on the left and the right, but within a Gem 10 range still. A little bit of a mark right there, but nothing major. Corner looks good. Make sure I didn't miss anything, but I think it's a 10. I really do. It's a nice card. Yep. Okay. All right, another Tank Bisbee. This is more of like the camo, maybe. Okay, the auto is another clean 10. Centering is a little thinner on the top than the bottom, but that's okay. You're still within 10 range. Left to right's nice, perfect. I do see, hopefully it's just debris. On the top should come right off. Boom. All right, so nothing there. No surface scratches. The surface is beautiful on this card. I like it. I still think your Gem 10 range, as long as the back's perfect, that centering is not going to bother you. The grader, I mean. Nah. So, centering left to right, then on the left and the right. The top two corners are nice. They're Gem 10, but you heard me say, it's because of these bottom corners. You got a little bit of a ding on this corner. See if I can see it better from this angle. Yeah. So ding on that corner, and then also a ding on this corner a little bit. See that? The lift up. So I think you're at a 9. I'm at like a 9.5. I guess GC would be at a 9.5 too. But I think you're at PSA 9 so far. The edges are clean. Surface, nothing major. So I think you're looking, because of that centering in the back corners, you're looking at a 9 for PSA. I'm going to give it a 9.5. Oh, okay. All right, this is the first of the Trey Tuckers. Hopefully at least one will be Gem 10. Hopefully 2. Okay. Left to right looks pretty good, and top to bottom looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit slighter thicker on the top than the bottom. 55-45. The surface is clean. I don't see anything wrong with the surface. One little mark here, but nothing major. Corners are nice and sharp. Edges are there. Little tiny mark under the RC logo. But yeah, the corners are nice. I think the front's a Gem 10. Let's just hope the back looks good. Okay. The back. I see a mark I don't like. Okay, so got some edge wear right here. A couple nicks. Corners are good. A little debris. But I'll show you what I don't like. I hope it, yeah, right there. It really. So little edge nicks are okay, but this one cuts deeper. See that? It's almost like a little mini crease on this edge. I don't like that. I don't think PSA will like that either. Bottom corners. Yeah, a little edge ding right here. A little corner ding. See that? Right there. And then this one's not as clean either. See that? Little ding on that one. So the back is just what got you. The back surface is okay. But I think that edge mark's just too much. So kind of, oh yeah, there's also a line, a whole indent line through here. I'm actually going to put it at closer to an 8. Yeah, I think it's about an 8. Okay. Here's the second Trey Tucker. Let's hope this one's a little better. Okay. So left to right is perfect. Top to bottom is very similar to the... I think it was the card previous to the last one. But it's a little thinner on the top than the bottom. So thicker on the bottom. You can't really see it. But still, I'd say 60-40. So you're still within Gem 10 range. As long as everything else checks out. You got some debris I'm wiping off. Nothing major. See a few little marks up here. Corners are sharp, edges are clean. You got a light surface scratch right here. And you also have a light surface scratch right here, which worries me. See that? Okay. So, I don't know. You're kind of like at a in between 9 and a 10 right now. The auto's close to a 10. I might push to a 10, but if you get a 9 on the auto, it's because of this right here on the top of the T. The back, man, this surface is rough. So you have an indent right here, almost like a triangle indent. And then you also have that same as the last one, indent line through the middle. It's just a bummer. So definitely don't grade these two Trey Tucker cards. Yeah, I just don't like that indent. That middle one bothers me. I think I'm like at an 8.5. I think you're at an 8 for PSA, unfortunately. A little bit of corner ding on this top left. Other than that, corner's okay. Centering's off left or right, but within. Edges are okay. So yeah, I'm kind of at an 8.5. Okay. All right, we got a Will Levis silver. These Will Levis are always off left to right, aren't they? So centering's off left to right. Thinner on the left than the right. Top to bottom's perfect. But I think you're already within 9 range because of that. It's close to 60-40, but all other aspects of the card would have to be perfect, which is not, because I already see some flaws right here. See that? Right here. Right here. And it's not even coming off either. And you got some scratching right here, right there. And then you got little smudgies right here, which came off. Okay. So the front's just looking like a solid 9 so far. Corners look good. Edges are nice. It's just the centering and the surface there. Let's look at the back. The back centering's perfect. Top 2 corners are perfect. Surface is there. Edges are there. Bottom left corner ding a little bit. I'll take a little closer look. Maybe I'm just not reading it right. Yeah, it looks okay, but it's like it's lifting at certain angles. You can see it. But still within a 9 range. That corner looks pretty good. So make sure I didn't miss anything major, because I think we're at a solid 9, which is still a respectable grade. Yeah, no crescent moon dimples or anything I'm missing, so I think it is a solid 9. All right, we got a Favre, I think it's 1997, right? EX 2000. These are cool cards, especially for base. It's got to be one of the best looking base cards. Okay, so centering is off left to right, thicker on the left than the right. And to me, that looks 65-35, which already puts you in the 9 range. The corners are nice, and the edges are pretty clean. I surface, I see this mark. It bothers me a little bit right here, all through there. But at least it doesn't go all the way through the card. But I'm going to tell you what bothers me the most is the surface on the sky part. It's a big one. I think that'll knock you to an 8. Oh, there's an edge ding too. I just noticed that one too. So I think you're at an 8 for this card. SGC maybe 8.5, but corners are good though. Let's flip over. Ooh, Big edge ding right there. Unfortunately, I'm gonna try to smooth it out for you, but not looking great. Maybe helped a little bit. The corners look good. There's a little mark here down to the R. I actually think you're at a PSA 7. I'm kind of close to a 7.5 now. So I probably wouldn't grade this card, even though it's pretty cool. See if I missed anything else. I don't think I did. Yeah, I think we're at a 7.5. SGC maybe an 8. Okay. Next up, we have this cool McNabb 2008 Topps Chroma at 199. These are uncirculated, it's sealed. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it in the seal for you. I think the surface should have no scratches because, you know, it hasn't been circulated. So I'm not too worried about that, missing that, but I can look at the corners through it. And the centering is off left to right. I think, unfortunately, it might be 65-35. So you're looking at a mint 9. But, I mean, you never know. It could be... Could get the 10 if everything else is flawless. The back looks pretty good. Actually, no, I do see it. I can't even see it through this uncirculated case. So see the uplifting on this and a little indent on this top right. So at least I know you're not going to get the 10. So, I mean, I wanted you to get the 10, but I just wanted to make sure I graded accurately even through the case. So I'm thinking it is a 9. It's just a solid 9 card. Yeah, make sure the other corners, a little bit of edge nicks, occasionally a little edge nick on this middle. All right, yeah. So this one I can't be 100% confident because, you know, I don't see out of the case, but I'm pretty comfortable giving it a 9. That's where I'm at on that one. All right, final card. Thanks again for using my service. We got a slab. All right. So, I think this was a good buy. Good purchase because Beckett really grades the surface, right? The surface because of the coating. So, if you were to grade this with PSA, so crack it out, take off the peel, and then grade with PSA, you honestly have a shot at a 10, it looks like. Because look at the centering. Left to right's perfect. Top to bottom is probably 60-40. 55-45 maybe. So it's a little thicker on this right or top than the bottom. But the corners are nice. And you know the surface is going to be perfect. I don't see any line under it. So the back, let's look at the back, make sure I'm not missing anything. Back edges look good. Back centering's within. Back corners look pretty good. Yeah. Oh, I like this card a lot. This is a sneaky good investment. If you crack it out and send to PSA. But you gotta peel off that coating, okay? I like it. So I'm gonna give you a grade with the coating and without the coating. I'm thinking without the coating, I think it's a 10, honestly. But with the coating, you're looking at, I think you're still looking at a PSA 9. All right, thanks again.